Hello, I was just making a video because I have a few questions. And first off, let's see. On my soldering iron, there is like solder or something stuck on the tip of it, and it makes it so the tip does not heat up very well. And I was wondering how you guys clean that off. I do not have any sponges or anything of the sort, so I was wondering what the best way is with household items to clean that. Also, I was wondering if the solder I was using is wrong because I have quite a thick flux core solder and I find it hard to work with because it's so thick. But I was wondering if there's something like this that does have flux in the middle. I do not know if this does have flux because it does. I don't think it says. Also, I was wondering how to tin tiny little wires like this because I find it very hard, especially when you're trying to hold like three things. I don't have like 3 arms, so I can't really do that. Also, I was wondering if you should people are saying to put a little bit of solder on the end of there for heat transfer. I was wondering if that was accurate and a correct method, but it's weird. It's like loose. But yeah, I was wondering if you should put a little bit of solder on the tip of it before you start. Also, I was wondering how you actually solder because I'm doing it wrong. What I'm doing is, like, here's the wire. I'll put, like, the iron here, then I'll bring some solder over and put it right in between the wire and the iron for it to, like, melt onto there. So I use, like, globs of solder for it to, like, flow over there. I don't think that's right, like, at all, but when I do try to put the iron on, like, one side and the solder on the other, it usually doesn't heat up very well, and I just sit there for like 20 minutes. Especially with tiny little, well, not tiny little wires. I can't even accurately do these tiny little wires. And I actually accidentally removed the wires from my Game Boy Color board because I was trying to solder, and I completely failed. So my main questions are: how do I clean my soldering iron? Should I put solder on the tip of my iron when I'm soldering? Should I get a different type of solder? How can I steadily hold these tiny little wires and tin them and all that? And are my soldering methods wrong? Which I'm guessing yes. And what is really honestly the correct way? Because I've asked this before, but most of the responses I've gotten are pretty hazy. So